What's going on, guys? I'm going to be playing Lethal Company, doing a Ironman one today. I decided I'm doing this. I want to try and upload every day. Now that's probably going to last for one day or whatever. So I just decided on a whim because I was.
Welcome to your first day on the job.
recording Lethal Company,
This is
and
your
I
very
decided
own
that I don't want
autopilot
to
ship,
Lethal Company.
where you will eat and sleep for the duration of your
Biggest
contract.
issue is I'm not good at Lethal Company. But I might look like I'm good if you are worse. So hopefully you haven't played Lethal Company. Now here I'm gonna come up to fire first instead of main, because if fire will put you deep into the facility, right? So you wanna kinda get that out of the way earlier while there's not anything around. At least that's the theory behind my decision. I don't know if it's actually sound. And sometimes you just get cockbox like that and there's nothing you can do. Now, if you don't know what an Ironman is, essentially I have to go to every single minute of the game once without dying, and then complete the last quota. So what that means is, one, no dying is very difficult because the game isn't supposed to be taken seriously. Like, that's not the intended purpose. So there is a myriad of ways to die. But more than that, it's not supposed to be played single player. If you have multiple people, you're not going to lose your entire run to some random death that was, like, uncounterable. But I can, and will, and have. So it's really down to luck, especially because I don't have the skill to get anything to actually complete it. Like with a, if I had like neutral luck, let's say, I probably wouldn't be able to complete the Ironman. If I had good luck, if I'm lucky in the right race, and even if I'm unlucky, if that's just in the right areas, then I'm pretty sure I can do it. I've gotten pretty close all the way to Artifice, which is last or second last. They're supposed to go in order, but I don't know what to do about the order of Artifice and Amphion, which are two hidden moons. So we don't really have an order. I mean, I think the most obvious place to put them is last, which is what I did. That's where Fire Escape is. Wow. That's good to know, I guess. But between Artifice and Amphion, it's kind of hard to pick which one goes first. Now, another big issue is that means cost money to go to, or the later ones do. So you need to earn enough money in the early means, so that you can make it to the later means. Preferably without selling scrap in between means, because if you don't wait for the third day in a quota, then you get a reduction on how much your scrap is worth. From like 33% on the first day, I think. It's like 66 and maybe 75, I don't actually know. The point is, well, I don't know because I don't do it, because I get like so much more money, more value by just waiting. But sometimes, like, if you're playing Lethal Company normally, you should always do it right. But sometimes, you can't. And if you need to pay for the next moon, that's one of the times. Now here I am in a bit of a predicament, because I have a lot of two-handed items I need to take back. Now I can pull apparatus and that will open the door. Wait, no, never mind. I can pull apparatus that will open the door blocking fire escape, and I can take stuff out from there. I believe that pulling fire or pulling this advances the what's that? Oh, perfect. That's something I was looking for. I'm fairly sure pulling fire advances the spawning of creatures around the facility. This way. Boom. Fire. Fireball. So usually what you'll find in Legal Company is the starting room, the main entrance, that spawns up to 3 different pathways. Now, only one of those pathways is actually going to generate the larger part of the map. So the other 2 will either lead to cut off areas with quick access to loot, rooms that spawn lots of loot. Ooh, spider. As I was saying, oh, this is great. Why can't I jump here? Over here. Wait, never mind, that's not what I thought it was. For a second I thought that was a thumper. It's not. It's a harmless thing. And it's above me anyway, so it doesn't matter. Slime, you do not want to touch slime, but it's pretty easily avoidable, except I got back through that's going to clog up the hallway. So I might actually have to haul. Now, this map doesn't spawn good stuff. So, leaving with another lot is honestly not that bad. Obviously, you prefer to have more stuff. I might even go back later after hauling a bit. See if the slime would move to a more convenient location, but then the spider could be an issue if I try to get the loot that I left around there. I think I'm probably just gonna have to leave. It's not the worst in the world. Oh. Close to $200 if I manage to grab this. I thought this would be worth more. What was I talking about before I got interrupted by a spider? Who knows? No, it's not coming back to me. Oh well. If it does, then I will talk about it later. That just gives me one more thing to talk about. So that's 70. This apparatus is worth 80 plus the rest of the other thing. So yeah, about 200. Not the worst. I believe from memory you need an average of 300 per moon. I'm not certain. And I'm not sure if that accounts for the fact that a lot of your cost. You don't need cost at the start, but you need more and more as it gets later. And regardless, there are certain moons that are an issue because they cost a lot to go to. You don't get a lot of value going to them single player, and I'm talking about, I believe, Dying. It's its name. So it only has body parts worth up to $20 if you're lucky. $3. And sometimes there's a kidnapper fox where that gets a bit too risky and you have to leave early and you only get 100 out. And that's not good for your averages. And hauling with one person is also pretty difficult. So you only have 4 display slots, and a lot of the time you get shit-ass two-handed items, like the majority of my haul here. Not bad. So then each one of these we need to dedicate one whole trip to. Okay, next is assurance. Over here you can do a cool jump to get to the fire exit early. Like that. If you jump to the top, you can do it damageless, but you can just, I think, walk off, and it's more consistent, but you take some damage. Which, like, isn't the end of the world, because realistically, right, you take damage. If you don't die, and you put your critical health, you'll heal back to 20 anyway. So I'm not sure if the difference is really that big. I believe something like spiders do like 80%, but there might be one-shot protection. So like, as in, it'll take you down to critical health even if you're already at like below 80%, which the drop would get you to. I actually don't think there's a point in doing damageless. Thinking about it now. Apart from armor. Oh! So, when I'm losing, something I like to do, and you saw me do it, is drop my items as I go. Because in this game, items weigh stuff, like in real life, and carrying around objects with high weights. Oh shit! Slows you down. And you don't want to be slowed down, because you only have a limited amount of time, even more limited when you're in single player, because you really don't want to die. So you gotta play safer. So you gotta get as much done when things are safe as possible. And you also need to dedicate more time to hauling. Even if I get a good haul, like a good amount of things, actually getting that home is a challenge in and of itself. Now, I believe, yep, this is where my fire is. The good thing about experimentation, which is the map we were on last time, is that he's harmless. But the inside is actually like, so the outside is pretty safe. Like, you rarely get anything spawning there. When you do, it can be really bad, depending on what spawns. Because realistically, you're only getting like sandworms, which will they're big worms. But they're like not for worse to deal with. I guess they interrupt your hauling, which makes playing the game a bit harder. And like getting value out. But they're not deadly themselves. So I guess on your first moon you actually probably prefer something that's high risk, high reward. But instead we get low risk, zero reward. Which adds to the difficulty. I'm gonna pull Apparatus and leave now. And I might dip into main depending on how long it takes for me to take all of this stuff back to main. Back to the ship. Back to experimentation. One thing about the outside there, it can spawn old birds, which are not fun to deal with if they notice you. Sometimes they are chill and they go about doing their own thing. Especially on moons with high spawn rates. It's like Adamant is a good example because it has extremely high spawn rates of baboon hawks, which the guys will spend the whole time dealing with. Experimentation does not have any baboon hawks. It has very low spawns. So your autos are going to spend less time distracted by them and more time on killing you. Look at this optimized horning. Taking the ball by kicking it. How much did I make last time? 200? A 400 day would bring me to good odds. Pace. Good pace. I actually don't know the exact amount because it's probably like a high 300s. So I need more like 600 a day. No. Is that? I don't know. I think that tracks. 500? No. Yeah. Yeah, about 500 to 600 days. But I don't think we're getting that. When I dropped just then was like 200 max. Okay, we have another 100 here. So it's about a $300 day. Unless I dip my head into main. But then it's gonna get very late. I'll have to take whatever I find back. And if those objects that I find are heavy, I'm going to get cooked up and eaten by an old dog. Not an old dog, what? By an ibis dog. Okay, that's just my harmless little friend. The thing is, I'm already playing like risk adverse because I don't want to die. Like, lose my mind. It's only the first 2 moves where there's the least amount of risk. And like as I said, the least amount of reward. I don't like that. I know that's nothing, but I don't like it. I love this. I'm just gonna head out. Yeah, anyway, I already play risk adverse and we are too safe, too scared on the moons where there's less of a threat. And I think that my mentality means on the later moons I play way too safe. But I'm not sure if it's too safe because the odds of me dying in those moons are very high. Then I don't get my and I do someone making it to the secret moons. But I did have like especially Love Titan and Land, I think. And my next is Val. And thinking about Val's what brought that discussion because Val has decent odds for some things I don't want to deal with. Like the Brecken of Lava Man. Or the man-eater, the baby. Now hopefully we get a cave because caves are big, which means monsters can spawn far away, lots of blocked doors, so monsters can be locked away, and lots of views. But I believe Val actually has... Oh, yeah, I just remembered one more thing. In the most recent update, Zeke is reworked well. And now I'm super schizophrenic when I'm walking around here because of the new outdoor entity. I think it's Stalker. No, I don't know. It's a big cat, and I don't like it. It's like always on you, and you always have to give it attention. And we're starting in the dark. And there's a slime. This is just great. And that's apparatus. I don't like this because the apparatus is like... I mean, realistically it's close to main. I don't know. It's just... Maybe that's because when I find apparatus and it's far from main, I can like discount it. As in like, oh, I don't have to get this later. But when it's close to main, I do have to get it later. Okay, big room? Yeah, big room. Oh, that is bad. Back on the long forgotten train of why I drop items as I go. One, they said there's like a reference point. I can scan, hopefully find them using my scan and go, okay, I know where I am. Or I know my way back from here, hopefully. And two, if I need to like haul more items, like if I find 5 items, if I left one of them closer to the exit, that's less hauling to do rather than coming all the way back. Take the 5th item out. Slime. 2 slimes! I also gotta be on the watch for Flower Man now. Flower Man makes me schizophrenic. It's only 12. It's good. I'm not sure if I want to go and try to grab big. Are you freaking big? I guess I have to go for something, right? I think I'll look for beehives because Bell has a decent beehive spawn chance. If I have to, I would steal eggs from the bird. And by eggs I mean egg singular. Okay, now I have to figure out what I'm doing. That makes sense. It's only 2. Tulip snake. Oh, they actually weigh 3 pounds. I'm not sure what that does for my speed. It's not good. Did I scan this guy before? Pop backwards. Oh, beehive. Was that the thing dying, or is that the city cow? That's not even a beehive. Okay, I have to go back. That's right here, the steps. Okay. I really think this game does a good job at making me feel like great. Especially when the hours tick on. You know, the odds that something's on increases, and for some reason everything looks foggier. Oh! What was that? There it is. Okay. Oh fuck. And that's now. Those are the first 3 minutes, bear in mind. It's supposed to be the safest. And honestly, known as better than the tier 2 moons, which are also free, but supposed to be more dangerous, more reward. The common consensus is that it's not that way, and I am behind after the good ones. I don't really think you get another good moon until like
Report to the company building immediately to sell your scrap metal and other goods.
Yeah.
You have 0 days left to meet the profit quota. You can use the terminal
I
to
could get
route
lucky.
the autopilot to the company
Okay, good.
building.
Company. The most fun part of being a company. Assuming it like just like bounced off the thing and that was in between frames, or at least redrawings of the soccer ball, so that its next position that was drawn was behind. I just realized I should probably check. I do have my mic on innately. That's good to know.
no commitment.
I also don't know my calculations for how much I need to make quota is 1 correct, obviously, I don't know, I did it a while ago. And 2, including like the overtime bonus. Because you earn extra credits for the amount of credits you go over the quota. I'm not sure what the rate is, it definitely got some chance. So, honestly, I might even influence it more than how much you get. To a point. Yeah, 117. I think my 300 toes is very, very wrong. Because that would give me what? Yeah, 2,700. I don't think that's enough for art. I mean, if I just get good, then after here, or going onwards from here, should be easier. Or should be more, get more money, make pace, win. But as I said, offense, march, adamants, not known for their favorability to people who are better beginning. The excess of good news. Especially after, oh shit. Oh fuck. I'm alive? I thought that'd kill me. Well, I was trying to jump up there, and normally I make it. But I didn't this time. So I can't go fire. Unless I find it inside, but like... it's not too useful to defend. I mean, I guess it gives me free hauling. But most of the time on the offense, I end up like, not being able to work out a fire. And I get like a couple things unlucky, then I have to go main. And we got cave. That's a turret. How do you expect me to play with a freaking target pointing at my elevator? This is the kind of shit I was talking about when I said sometimes you just freaking lose and it's not what you do about it. You're done. Okay. And the grey under. So I'm glad I didn't get jumped walking in there. That's good. So ideally I find fire. The issue is I'd have to go pretty far into caves if I want to find fire, I believe. I don't even bother with that. I know what you're thinking. Alex might use a key there. You could have gotten away with me not using a key there. It's because I can't be bothered. Is it late? What? Oh. I see, I get it now. That whole strip of things is nothing. But I'll probably have to go through there, where the turret is. Okay, never mind. I thought I was like, oh, it didn't see me. It was just waiting. It was biding its time. I'll check through here one more time. There's no reason not to, because I have nothing else I can do. Yeah, nothing. Wait. Something. Key. What's that? Clock. What's that? Cheapest clock I've ever seen. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. There's nothing here. Never mind, there's something here. I don't know why it made that droning sound. I've had this sound of my life with all of my $30, £50 items. It's better than nothing. I can't see this. Oh, it is not good. Okay, we're going home now. Now I'm just gonna hope I don't get jumped, because I'm actually very offset by the lack of guys. Probably because they're free. Gotta be on the lookout for flower man always. Probably because we're down that way. Fuck. And yeah? Okay, never mind, I don't need that key. Well, at least this is a £0 supervisor. Let's see. Can I see from... Okay, I guess I can't see the rest of it, so we're just gonna make blind assumptions on what is worth a lot and what isn't. Well, it doesn't matter, because I'm gonna drop them off something anyway. So we're gonna get taken by the green honks. Need water. Apparently this map is just assurance flips about, and I think those rocks there are either randomly generated mostly, or I know that some of them are randomly placed, and possibly the ones that aren't are placed differently from where they are on assurance. You'd assume that the clock ticking would, like, alert an iron stock, right? Right? But if I leave it in there, will like an iron stock just walking about hear it and start just flying into my ship? There's nothing I can do about it. It's actually pretty calm. Watch this. Oh. Okay, then maybe I should not do it with ice with such a small hitbox. In terms of this area. Okay. That's probably a really bad but whatever. So that was a $300 offense out of 800. It shows how, one, maybe I underestimated offense, two, how good caves are, and three, well, I spent like sure I dilly-dallied a bit in the actual interior. But not that much, and if I had to go out further to get more stuff, then I'd be down more time. I barely made it out. I did have 4 hours of gameplay left, right? That's before the most dangerous hours. I mean, I guess I'm gonna have to play in those hours eventually. This is the newly reworked mod, and the gimmick was, well, the gimmick of mod has always been it has 4 fire exits, and they added a new gimmick, which is the exterior is very glitchy and wet. So there's lots of rivers. It seems like this fire exit has put me in a pretty good location. Oh. Wow. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. This is pretty good. I mean, I don't love the toilet paper because I can't see. But it's pretty valuable. I'll come back for the rest later. Oh, have to fucking... If I miss, okay, yeah, no, I know. I don't have time for this. Man, that was $70 freaking dollars. That's blowing. What? Aha. Why are you here? This is a coil head, named for the coil on its head. Coil heads are not fun, they are weeping angels. And I don't like keeping ages because there's a lot to worry about in this company. You don't want to be added to that list with a weeping angel that one taps you. The good news is it wasn't always like this, but they now like it. Like you saw then, they depower if they after a certain amount of running time. So that's not time staring at you, that's time you let it run about. And they also get hard mod by dolls. So those are your two outs. Kind of a foil head. How do I get out? Yeah? No. Actually can't. Okay, yeah, it's been fun. Why can't I do that when I'm alive? Oh, this has been my first and probably last upload of this daily upload stream.